The members of the BAC are present this morning, Mr. Chair.
BAC, dito no? Dito, Chairman.
Dito may know who they are.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. I'm Leslie Ann Pobleto, the Vice BAC Chairman of the previous...
Vice Chairman of the BAC.
Yes.
Noon, Madam.
Yes, po.
And is there another member of the BAC present?
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Mr. Owen Santos po, former BAC member.
Yeah. Now, may I ask, being members of the BAC, are you aware of the governing principles on government procurement?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes. And may I ask, how many governing principles are enumerated under the law regarding government procurement? How many? Sinagot niyo po ako, alam niyo eh.
Mr. Chair, I cannot recall the exact number.
There are 5 of them under the law. Pwede mo bang sabihin niyo yung ano yung mga principles na ito? Meron ba dapat transparency in the procurement process?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Oh, yung po ba ay kasama doon sa governing principles ng procurement? Hindi nyo rin alam. Kasi wag po kayong basta-basta sumagot. Kasi ang una ko pong tanong kung you are aware of the governing principles of procurement process eh. Sabi nyo kagad sa akin, oo. And tinesting ko lang kung alam nyo talaga. And I do not think, or I think that you do not know yung governing principles. Kasi tinesting ko na po kayo eh. Hindi nyo nga masagot yung katanungan ko. Kung yung transparency in the procurement process is a principle. It is.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, yun ang number 1 eh. Transparency in the procurement process. And there are 5 of them. Now, may I ask yung BAC chairman, if yung ginawa po yung procurement na in question ngayong araw na ito, yung po ba'y nasunod itong governing principles na ito? Ano po sa tingin ninyo?
Mr. Chair, I was not the BAC Chairman po.
You're the Vice Chairman.
Yes po.
And you should know this. Kasi kasama ka dapat sa deliberation.
Yes po, sir. Mr. Chair.
Bakit? Ano po bang ginawa nyo dun sa deliberation nyo? Pumirma na lang kayo?
No, Mr. Chair. We conduct the pre-bidding and the opening of bids po. And during the pre-bidding, I think the question regarding the delivery installation is also discussed in the pre-bidding.
Sige. So, sinasabi nyo sa akin ngayon na mayroong transparency in the procurement process doon sa silang. Yes or no?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Meron bang competitiveness by extending equal opportunity?
I believe, Mr. Chair, there is because we are posting our
Would your procurement process be streamlined?
I believe the procurement process should not be streamlined. It should follow the process, Mr. Chair.
It should not be streamlined.
It should follow the process, Mr. Chair.
What's the difference between the two?
Mr. Chair, when it comes to with streamlining, I believe that there's a process that will be skipped if we streamline. But in procurement po, we have to follow the process po.
Okay. Kasi that is the third governing principle, IHA. The process, the procurement process should be streamlined. And number 4, yung system of accountability where both the public officials and the private parties that deal with the government, when warranted by circumstances, can be investigated and be held liable. Nasunod din ba ito?
I believe, Mr. Chair.
Yes. May kaso na po ba kayo? Nakasuhan na po ba kayo tungkol dito sa mga procurement na ito?
I believe, Mr. Chair, in the Ombudsman, there were files.
Hindi po kayo nakasuhan?
As of the moment po, wala po akong nare-receive po regarding the case filed against me po.
Wala. Mayor of Cavite, would that be true?
Sir, the former vice chairman was included in the case being investigated by the Ombudsman.
Okay.
Former vice chairperson tayo ng BAC, di ba?
Yes po.
Wala kang natanggap na subrena from the Ombudsman?
Wala pa po.
O meron, wala daw.
I believe po, kasi po ako po ay replacement lang po. Nag-take over lang po ako second quarter po ng 2023. So, the first case filed in the Ombudsman that already decided was, I'm not included therein po.
What other members nandito? Sir, ikaw.
Morning, Mr. Chair. Wala pa po akong natatanggap na subpoena with respect to a pending case po. But I was appointed as a back member po sometime first quarter of 2023.
Okay. Kayong dalawa lang ba yan dito ngayon? Yung 2022, wala?
Wala po, Mr. Chair.
Hindi. Meron si meron sa record ko si Owen Santos member of the bank. Pero si Madam Oblete wala dito sa record ko mga kaso ng finailan. Kasama si former Mayor Anarna. Wala si yung babae, si Madam Poblete. Pero si Mr. Santos meron dito yung pangalan niya.
Mr. Santos, nandito raw yung pangalan mo sa mga respondents.
Mr. Chair, I was told na meron po akong pending case pero wala pa po akong nare-receive.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so wala ka pa na-receive?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Wala po akong nare-receive.
Sino ba yung mga iba pang mga members? Kasi lima kayo, di ba? Nawala dito ngayon. Sino ba? Vice?
Mr. Chair, si Engineer Robert Marquina.
Anong posisyon niya? Permanent position sa...
Siya po yung aming municipal engineer.
Your municipal engineer. You can tell me that certain engineer...
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Until now.
He was already dismissed from the there was an ombudsman ruling declaring him dismissed from the service.
With regards to this case,
Regarding the two previous cases wherein during the dismissal order for the mayor, former mayor, Engineer Marquina was included among the department head that were dismissed.
ma'am, yung engineer, municipal engineer niya, sino pa yung isa?
Merlina Cabrera.
Anong yung position niya sa
Before, former po siya sa Menro Head.
Metro Red?
Apo.
He was also dismissed. She was also dismissed.
She retired po. Retired.
She retired.
Apo. And also the last one is Ma'am Janet Bawalan, who is our budget officer, who also retired.
Meron yung bawalan.
Dalawa yung retired.
Yes po.
Mayor, are they part of the case?
Kaya,
Your Ombudsman?
Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Chair, Your Honor.
pero walang docket pa.
Other people that face cases in the Ombudsman were Manuel Cabrera, the former municipal budget officer, Keisha Ann Beranda, the municipal accountant who were already issued a dismissal order. Priscilla Tagle was also included as a former member of the Vision Awards Committee. Also included was Attorney Irineo Anarna.
May kaso ka, Madam Poblete. For your information, a case was filed by Mayor Carranza, Mark Anthony Toledo, and Mr. Perpetuo Desingaido versus Aliston Kevin Anarna, Nathaniel Anarna Jr., Attorney Ireneo Anarna, Leslie Ann B. Poblete, Maria Dolores Jeneth Bawalan, Engineer Robert B. Marquina, Merlinda B. Cabrera, Priscilla R. Tagle, Owen A. Santos, and all members of the MAC Secretariat for grave misconduct, serious dishonesty, gross neglect of duty, conduct prejudicial to the best interest of the service, violation of Section 3E of RA 3019, violation of Section 4 of RA 6713, filed May 16, 2024, 65 counts of illegal and irregular procurement of food. Yun po. Pursuant to the records that I have in my possession. So, meron po kayo. Madam, antayin nyo na lang siguro yung summons na aabot po sa inyo. Okay? Now, Mayor Carranza, you were the Vice Mayor then when these procurements were made. Tama po ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair, Your Honor.
Now, are you aware that there is supposed to be an annual procurement program of the local government unit?
Yes, Mr. Chair, Your Honor.
Sino po ang gumagawa nito?
It's being undertaken by the executive department and being approved by the Sangguniang Bayan.
Okay. Now, you are aware of all these procurements that are in issue.
Yes, Mr. Chair, Your Honor.
Now, may I know if these procurements were included in the annual procurement program which you have approved?
Not all of them, Mr. Chair, Your Honor.
Not all of them. Of the 16, Mr. Chair, 16 po na AOM, di ba?
Yeah, wala sa
16 at saka 2 disallowances as stated by the chairman. Ilan po doon ang kasali doon sa annual procurement program ng LGU po ng Silang?
Sir, based on our, as we go along with the files, I cannot recall regarding the 16 cases that were filed, but there were other procurement that were not part of our APP.
Kasi dito po sa record ko, kaya ko tinatanong dahil ang sabi doon sa katanungan na yan is the expenditures identified under the AOMs were never identified under the annual procurement plan. Because accordingly, the 2023 APP which you approved were too broad and general, and in most cases would fall under lump sum budgeting.
Yes,
Ito po
Mr.
observation
Chair.
ng aking researcher.
Yes, Mr. Chair, Your Honor. That's why in the previous, as we came along, during the presentation of their budget and APP, I told them to be more particular in the submission of their annual procurement plan.
Now, according to my researcher, the 16 procurements were observed not following the procurement protocols. Would you agree with that also?
Yes, Mr. Chair, Your Honor.
May I know what protocols have been violated insofar as the procurement which were the subject of 16 AOMs?
Most of them were non-posting on PGEPs, did not follow the timeline for the procurement process. There were some procurement that were undertaken wherein there were already payment, there were already delivery without the acceptance yet the procuring entity.
According to the report here given to me, yung process of, shall we say, bidding and award happened after the events. Would you agree with that?
Yes, Mr. Chair, Your Honor, more particularly on the Silandeño event.
COA, would that be regular?
COA.
Mr. Chair, no po. Actually, we wouldn't show AOMs po pertaining that.
And the basis of your AOM is one, the bidding processes were done after the event.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
And the law requires that it should be done before the event.
Yes po, dapat mangyari po before lahat.
Yeah, thank you. Mayor, kung ganun po ang sagot nyo sa akin, ibig sabihin, yung mga resolutions establishing the mode of procurement were only issued after the delivery or after the event.
Yes, Mr. Chair, Your Honor. When I reviewed the AOM directing me to further pursue investigation, there were 141 others that the bidding were conducted after the event.
Yung sinabi rin po nyo kanina, yan na yung publication as required by law, nangyayari after the event also?
Yes, Mr. Chair, Your Honor, publication in PGEPs was done after the event.
Napakalakas ng loob naman nila. Now, were there changes doon po sa mode of procurement? Sometimes nangyayari ba ito?
Sir, upon my assumption, last April, I immediately called with the restructured members of the Bids and Awards Committee. I made sure that there should be publication first. You submit first the purchase request before the publication of all procurement undertaken by the local government unit, as well as before the awards, there should be a meeting as to the mode of procurement to be undertaken by the Bids and Awards Committee. And we thoroughly follow the timeline as specified by Republic Act 9184.
Now, if changes were made, hindi po ba it is to accommodate sudden and ill-planned activities?
Please repeat the question, Your Honor.
If changes were made to the mode of procurement, it would be to accommodate sudden and ill-planned activity.
Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Chair, Your Honor. It should have been planned before BAC will move.
Kaya nga, kung nagkakaroon ng sudden change, di po ba? Kasi nangyayari yun eh. Ito bang ito yung nangyayari doon sa mga procurement na ganito? Yung pinag-usapan natin?
Yes, sir. I believe, Mr. Chair, Your Honor, there were sudden changes into the plans in the mode of procurement.
Kasi, kaya ko tinatanong ito dahil nangyayari naman talaga eh, pag nagkakaroon ng change, pero yung pag-disburse ng pondo will be more or less without authorization already. Will you agree with that?
Yes, Mr. Chair, Your Honor.
Yes. Now, yung bang, hindi ba kailangan po yung date ng back resolution recommending award of contract, the abstract of canvas and award, the notice of award, receipt of NOAA by the supplier, and purchase order or contract, and notice to proceed, at saka receipt of NTP by supplier? When were this issued? Sa mga 16 na procurement na ito?
They were issued after the event, Mr. Chair, Your Honor.
COA, would you agree with that? Is that part of your findings?
Yes po, Mr. Chair, part po ng finding na issued after the event po.
So, would you agree with me na lahat ng rules doon sa procurement ay na-violate ng LGU of Silang insofar as the 16 procurements at issue are concerned?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Yes. Talagang it is very, very blatant and apparent na na-disregard lahat po ng rules insofar as government procurement are concerned. Ito po sa 16 na contracts na ito, Mr. Chair. So, I submit. Kitang-kita naman na talaga yung violations eh. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Chairman. Anyway, most of the queries that should be raised, that will be addressed to, supposedly will be addressed to the former mayor, yung sa kapatid niya din sa mga back members na wala dito. Kasi yung vice chair, only assume 2023 ka naman, no?
Mr. Chair.
Now, Officer, pakiano nga yung mga lahat ng mga invited na wala dito, and pati yung ascertain attorney, ito yung Mayor, are you familiar with a certain Glenn Abelion?
I have not came across that name, Mr. Chair, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, if I may, I think Mr. Attorney Abelion is the fraternity brother of Mayor Anarnga. It was alleged during the last hearing that he was the one who contacted Gorban Fuels Logistics.
Gorban Fuels Logistics is not also present today?
Yes, sir.
Hey, please.
Parita ka na.
Have you taken your oath? Oh, please. Also, please, Mr. Lord. Last hearing. Yeah, you were present last hearing, di ba? Ganito na po, you confirm again that you have been contacted by Attorney Glenn Abelion?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And in your personal knowledge, ano po yung relasyon niya doon sa former mayor?
Wala po akong idea.
Currently endorse you.
Nakaka-golf ko sila, sir.
Si sir, pero in your statement previously, you mentioned about Attorney Glenn Aguilar that the one introduced you.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
For you to join the bidding?
Ano, sir? Supply. Opo.
Supply what?
Fuel, sir.
Fuel as a place. Now, with the information of the members, itong si Attorney Glenn Aguilar was invited but he refused to receive the invitation. So, Mr. Chairman, Chairman Akop and the members of this committee, ito refusal to receive the invitation. Abogado pa naman siya.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, Chairman Akop.
Being such the case, may move that we issue a show cause order to that attorney you mentioned to explain why he refused to receive the summons and thereby not able to attend this hearing. So move, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion to issue a show cause order for Attorney Glenn Aguilar, duly seconded in objection to the chair's name. The show cause order Council is directed to issue a cause order for Attorney Glenn Aguilar. And also to Attorney Romeo Anarna. He was invited today without excuse letter.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And Attorney Anarna, your posting.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Sir Manako.
may move that we issue a show cause order to Attorney Ireneo A. Anarna for being absent in today's hearing when in fact he was invited. So move, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion to issue a cause order for Attorney Anarna, duly seconded in the objection to chair's name. Motion is carried. Show cause order should to Attorney Romeo Anarna. Also, please invite Engineer Sunin M. Castro and Melita B. Cabrera.
Noted, Mr. Chair.
COA, Commissioner Audit. Kasi every election, every election we issue the resolution with regards to suspension of investigation and output. Now, do you have, for this 2025 election, nakapag-issue na ba ang COA? Kasi previously during the 2022 election, I have reviewed a copy of dated September 28, 2021, resolution number 2021-024, which is in regard to suspension of all issuances from COA. Mayroon po ba?
Mr. Chair, we'll check if meron po as of now, but wala pa po kaming nire-release po.
Kasi that's in line with my question kanina, yung question of election ban. Kasi usually, in the previous elections, ito ang hawak ko, election for 2022. September 28, September 28, 2021, but election filing was October of 2021. And you issued on this day, on these days, 2020, reso number 2021-024, issued September 28, 2021. Now, tapos na po yung filing for 2025 election. Wala pa ba kayong reso?
Mr. Chair, holding po sa aming legal, and yung insured lang po as of now related po sa election ay yung sa creation lang po ng fraud audit team.
And what is that reso? or a creation of fraud auditing?
Check lang po the exact issuance number po.
Kasi dito kasama itong reso for the past several elections, kasama dito isang item na yung suspension of the creation of fraud audit teams. So, baka yun na po. Check na lang, baka yung natandaan niyo is only the fraud audit team.
Here na po, Mr. Chair. The issuance number po is COA Resolution 2024-014 issued October 1, 2024. So subject lang po is the suspension of the creation of special audit team and the provision on the limitations on the conduct of fraud and special audits.
Pag-isabit na lang po yung hawak ng document today.
Yes po,
Previously kasi yung mga reso nyo, ang first item is, of course, desist from the creation of teams for the conduct of fraud special audit. That's number one. Number two, withhold the issuance of reports. Those fraud special audits directed against particular persons who later filed their respective COCs. Those names were submitted to the committee with their parties, etc., etc. In the case of Mayor, or the Mayor na nag-file ba siya? Is he running for this 2025 election? Mayor? Yes.
Yes, sir. He is, Mr. Chair, he filed his candidacy.
Now, kaya, yung binasa kong number 2, with all the issuances of reports, kasama ba yan sa resume na yan yung October, dated October 1? Pag-check mo nga, baka yung item na binasa mo is all about creation of the special and fraud audit teams.
Yung reso po limited lang po sa creator na.
Okay. So, yung question of issuance, wala po. Issuance of reports, wala.
Wala po.
Okay. Now, number 3. Number 3, ito, sa previous ang babasahin ko, previous number 3. Suspend the retention of decisions in all appeal cases or matters brought before the cluster director, regional director involving candidates in the 2020 national local elections, including nominees, parties, etc., etc. Wala po.
Wala po, Mr.
So you are not prohibited by such.
Yes po.
Tama?
Tama po.
Okay. And for the record, you're not, but of course, please submit to this committee. Para lang po malinaw. So, ang order po is just for the COA to desist. No? Creation of fraud and special audit. Yun na po.
Yes po, Mr.
Okay. At least malinaw. Now, ang next question na po that should be resolved on the next hearing, and COMELEC siguro, or the DILG, nandito naman DILG, kindly coordinate with COMELEC if yung question of the election ban with regards to this. DILG?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And the next hearing, please report to this committee with regards to the election ban, kung covered ba to. Kasi sa COA ngayon, malinaw na po, only the creation of the fraud and special audit teams. Pero yung question of reports and continuous investigation, wala. Wala ring suspension ng mga decisions with regards to appeal cases or matters brought to the COA. And you report lang po the next hearing, the LG. I hope you will be present. Ikaw pa rin po. Baka mamaya, iba na yung mag-report dito. Para for continuity lang po. Yes, Chairman ako.
Mr. Chair, may I know if the owner of Assumption Gasoline Station is present?
Is the owner of the Assumption Gasoline Station is present?
Mr. Chair, she sent an excuse letter and a medical certificate indicating that he had undergone cataract surgery.
And what's that?
Let me
Yung cataract niya?
Sir, the first one was on November 16, 2024, and she was required with 3 weeks of healing period, and then the other one will be this the first week of January 2025, sir.
So, November 26.
Mr. Chair, she is requesting that she be allowed to attend by the end of January 2025.
No, but ang first niya kasi na operation is November 16 and he was given 3 weeks.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Also, kung ang next hearing natin will be on, we will schedule ito next week. Pwede na. Kasi ang January niya is the second operation yun, di ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Di pwede siya next week. Tama?
We will send another invitation.
Yeah.
Mr. Chair.
Diyan ako. We just send another invitation for the Assumption gasoline station.
One last question.
Please proceed, Chairman ako.
Mayor, sino na ngayon na nagsusupply ng gasolina sa Sinang?
It's Asuncion Gasoline Station, sir.
Asuncion. Siya pa rin.
Yes, Mr. Chair, Your Honor.
Yung Furman Logistics.
Upon my assumption, they have stopped operation, Mr. Chair, Your Honor.
They have stopped operations. Sir Miranda, bakit po kayo tumigil?
Hindi pa ako nakakasingil, sir. Wala na kaming pang-ikot.
Bakit naman kayo hindi nyo binabayaran? Liability ng municipality of Silang yun.
Sir, fair review of documents, we cannot release payment to Corban since it did not undergo the billing procedures.
May pending case. May pending case ba?
So, ang ibig nyo sabihin, dahil sa hindi sinunod lahat ng batas, rules and regulations sa pag-supply niya ng gasolina, hindi na siya babayaran. Ganun po ba?
I believe so, Mr. Chair, Your Honor, since I will be equally put in a legal impediment if we are going to release fund to Corban that firstly, they have occupied the government space without a lease agreement and there was no competitive bidding undertaken by the former administration.
Doon sa Asuncion Gasoline Station, merong bang bidding?
No bidding, Mr. Chair, Your Honor.
Bakit pinapayagan nyo pa na mag-supply ngayon? Kung na-violate din pala dyan yung mga procurement rules.
Sir, that was before. That was before, sir, with this administration.
Pero now, ngayon tulong ngayon, Assumption na
Now, it underwent, it passed through the Vision Awards Committee at present.
Okay, so, pero yung violation niya pending. Hindi pa disqualified because of that violation during the previous administration.
Not yet, Mr. Chair, Your Honor.
So, you're just waiting for the decision.
Actually, we have not received any findings yet regarding violation of Asuncion, sir.
Okay, so the same is true with the Corban. Wala.
Yes, Mr. Chair, Your Honor. No recommendation with that.
But previously may mga obligation there with Assumption.
Sir, all obligations that were incurred with Asuncion were already paid by the previous administration.
Yes, okay.
And when we assume we came up with a back resolution approving Asuncion to supply gas allocation for the entire municipality of Silang.
While waiting for the decision of the COA, kung anong nangyari doon. Kung i-refund nila, bayaran nila. But as of now, sinasabi mo, nanalo sila sa bidding.
Yes, Mr. Chair, Your Honor.
Okay. Corban, ba't hindi kayo sumali doon sa bid?
Yung requirements po namin, sir, hindi pa kompleto.
What requirements?
Yung field jobs.
Field jobs?
Opo.
Ninyo. Okay. Sige. Chairman, please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. A while ago, Mayor, tinanong kita kung merong annual procurement plan. Meron.
Some. There were some, sir, that were included in the annual. Yes, sir.
Kayong annual procurement plan,
Yes, the municipality has an annual procurement plan, Mr. Chair.
duly signed by the former mayor. Tama?
Yes, Mr. Chair, Your Honor.
Now, was this annual procurement plan submitted to GPPB as required by law? Within the first month of the year? Would you know?
I'm not aware, Mr. Chair, Your Honor.
Yeah. Hindi ba GPPB dahil sinasubmit dapat sa inyo ito?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes. Pursuant to law. First month. Now, Mayor, would you know how much was the APP for the municipality of Silang in the year 2023?
For 2023, our total budget was
No, I'm not asking for the total budget. I'm asking for the total amount of your annual procurement.
More or less 700 billion. More or less 700 billion.
Isa pa mga.
I cannot recall the exact amount, Mr. Chair, Your Honor.
I will tell you, pursuant to records, it is in the amount of 461,747,500 for the year 2023. Yeah.
So it's, yes, noted, Mr. Chair, Your Honor.
Now, how much was the total actual expenditure by reason of procurement for the year 2023? Would you know?
More than 700 million, Mr. Chair, Your Honor.
Yes, it's 750 million. In other words, mas malaki yung actual expenditure for your APP.
Yes, Mr. Chair, Your Honor.
Yes. Now, matanong uli kita, because of this, nagkaroon ba ng supplemental budget for the 2023 APP to support yung additional procurement beyond the approved amount of 461.747 million?
Sir, may I request that the Sangguniang Vice Secretary answer that question, Mr. Chair?
Mr. Chair.
Please proceed.
Mr. Chair, we will check all records for supplemental budget.
Anak ng tinapay, ako ang magtatanong ako ang nag-research. Kayo na dapat sumagot hindi nyo alam? Samantalang ako, hindi naman ako taga Cavite, taga Rizal ako.
Sir Chair, we, per our records, we have already submitted to...
Kaya nga, nakasabit kayo, kaya nga tinatanong kayo.
Yes, Mr.
Madam.
Yung mga tanong ko naman galing sa mga documents na pinadala ninyo
Yes, Mr. Chair.
dapat masalam ninyo. Kung tama yung sagot ni Mayor, more than 750 million ang nakalagay sa records na sinabit ninyo. Di ba? No, kasi ang tanong ko, merong sobra Nagkaroon ba ng supplemental budget? Meron. Meron.
May sinabit na kayo dito
Yes.
O ba't kayo hindi niya matandaan?
Yes. One supplemental budget was approved by former Mayor Anana. Pero magkano? Yun ang susunod kong tanong. Alam mo kung magkano? Sa report ninyo? 69,623,602.77 yung supplemental. Now, ang tanong ngayon, saan nanggaling yung sobra pa sa ginastos ninyo na budget?
Sir, I think the former municipal accountant was here can
Investigation.
Is the former municipal accountant?
Municipal accountant?
she's absent, sir.
What's the former municipal accountant, Mayor?
Keisha Ann Miranda, she's absent today, sir.
I still working in the municipality.
No, sir. She pays suspension per ruling of ombudsman.
So suspended siya.
Dismissal, sir. Dismissal.
Sabihin. O, Comsir, naimbitahan ba natin yung former municipal accountant?
Yes, Mr. Chair. She was sent an email last November 27 this year. Keisha Ann Miranda, the former municipal.
Wala daw siya.
Unfortunately, sir, she's not present today.
Why?
We have not received any excuse.
Hindi siya ko sa reservation. Di ba na ako?
Mr. Chair, may I move that we issue a show cause order to the former municipal accountant for being absent in today's hearing after being invited? So move, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Others, a motion to issue a cause order to the former municipal accountant of the municipality of Sila Cavite. Duly seconded. In objection, the chair says the motion is carried. Council is elected to issue a show cause order for the said
Noted, Mr. Chair.
official. Before we proceed, let me acknowledge the presence of our colleague from Party List Manila Teacher, now the CA member of the CA, Commissioner appointed, Rep. Berelio Lacson. Thank you for coming, boss. Chairman ako, please proceed.
Pagupit na yan. Pagupit na.
Hindi ko nga nakilala eh.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, for my last part of my interpellation. May I ask yung vice chair ng Kwan back noon, si Madam Leslie Ann Poblete. Madam Poblete. Now, ito po, simple lang yung sagot dito, yes or no. Now, can you confirm that the procurement process followed all legal and procedural requirements as stipulated by Republic Act 9184 doon sa mga bidding na kinondak ng BAC noong panahon na yan? Can you confirm na sinunod nyo yung procurement process? You're under oath.
Yes, Your Honor. With regards to regular reading, we follow the procedure. However, based on the previous hearings we have, the small barrel procurement, we did not follow the procedure.
Pakiulit po yung last portion.
Since it is admitted already in the previous hearing by our Mayor Attorney Kevin, in the small body procurement, we failed to follow the procedure by
Ano po ang sinabi ng mayor po ninyo?
We have the late posting.
Ano?
We have the late posting in the PhilJobs. The event.
Hindi ko po makuha yung inyong kasagutan eh.
With regards to small value procurement that is included in the case.
Included in
the case filed in the ombudsman po.
So?
We have the late posting of in the PhilJobs.
So in other words, you confirm na hindi nyo sinunod yung procurement process to the letter?
Yes po. Yes, Mr. Chair.
So you also confirm that there were deviations made that you did during the procurement process? Nag-deviate kayo dun sa mga rules?
I believe there was.
There was. Thank you. Now, may I know, during the bidding process which you conducted, how were the bids evaluated? And who was involved in the evaluation process? Pwede po bang malaman?
With regards to regular bidding, we have our TWG with us, verifying our papers, and in front of our back secretary.
Hindi ba pag kayo po ay nag-evaluate ng bid, kailangan meron po kayong set of criteria at saka scoring sheets?
Yes, Mr.
Ginawa
Chair.
niyo po ba yun?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Ginawa. Pero pagkatapos ng event? Ginawa niyo lang yun pagkatapos na ng event. Kasi yun ang lumabas lahat sa AOM ng COA.
Mr. Chair, yes, with respect to small value procurement po.
Pakiulit po.
Mr. Chair, with regards to small value procurement po, it happened po.
Kaya nga, we're talking of yung 16 na AOM ng COA na procurement. Whether they're regular or SVP, may sinusunod na proseso. Kaya ang tanong ko po sa inyo, nasunod ba, yung una kong tanong, nasunod ba lahat ng proseso? Sabi nyo kanina, hindi, may deviation. Tama?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Sunod kong tanong, doon sa pag-evaluate ng mga submitted bids, di ba tinanong ko sa inyo, sino po ang gumawa nun, yung evaluation na yun? At saka tinanong ko rin, meron po ba kayong evaluation criteria at saka scoring sheet? Sabi mo rin, oo. Tama?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Pero lahat yun, paano nyo ginagawa ng tama, pero ginawa nyo naman yan pagkatapos na ng event? Di ba? Kasi ginawa nyo lang yung process of procurement para lang i-justify yung nagawa nyo na eh. Payag po ba kayo ron? Na gano'n na nangyari?
Mr. Chair. Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes. Yes, ang sagot po ninyo?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes. Yung bang communications ninyo with the supposed to be bidders, na-document po ba yun? Hindi rin. Yes, ma'am.
With regards to communication with the bidders, we have our back secretariat who's assisting us.
Yeah, pero nagawa niyo po ba? Yun lang po ang tanong ko.
Yes po.
Yes. Ang nag-file ng bid, kasama na yung favored na supplier or contractor ninyo dahil nakapag-supply na siya eh. Di ba? Ibig sabihin, alam nyo na yung nanalo eh. Kasi siya na nga ang gumawa eh. Would that be correct? Yes or no? Kasi nangyari na kasi yung event eh. Kaya alam nyo na kung sino yung nag-supply. Di ba? Kaya yung ginawa nyo na bidding, katarantaduhan. Lahat ng parte na ginawa nyo, mali na. Kasi, ano yung bidding? Hindi ba dapat magbibid pa lang yung probable na gagawa ng project? Pero nagawa na yung project eh, bago kayo nagkuha ng bidding eh. Di ba? Yeah. Yes or no? Nahirapan ka iya dahil wala eh, nagsimula ka sa mali eh. Di ba? Mula sa umpisa, mali na talaga. Kasi, ginawa nyo na yung event, saka lang nyo i-justify by conducting, allegedly, a bidding. Ang tawag po namin doon fake na bidding na yun eh. Ginawa nyo lang yun para i-justify yung nangyari na. Kung titignan mo yung 16 na AOM, ganon ang nangyari. Hindi nyo sinunod lahat yung requirements. Kaya po kayo ngayon nagkakakaso. Madam, would you agree?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Sige, Chairman ako. Before I recognize Kong Leodat, ma'am, ganito lang po. Kasi alam niyo naman po na-implement niya, diba? Tapos na eh. Tama?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Alam niyo rin na mali. Na-ibig na tapos na yung event. Pinagastosan na, may gumastos na private supplier, tapos alam niyo na mali. Tama? Yes or no, ma'am?
Yes.
Ma'am, please answer yes or no. Alam niyo na mali o hindi? Kasi may sunod ako na tanong eh.
With regard to process po, mali po talaga.
Hindi. Alam niyo na mali ang process. Tama? Now, what force you to do that process na mali? In the first place, alam niyo na mali. Ano ba? Dikta? Pressure? O what? Ano ma'am? Are you pressured by the former mayor? Para ituloy yung billing kahit mali? Ma'am, isa na lang. Kung hindi kayo na pressure, the buck stop on you. Ma'am, please. Walang pressure. Hindi kayo pinersa. Kahit alam niyo na mali.
Mr. Chair, may the resource person that under our rules, if you do not answer any question from the members of this committee, you can be cited in contempt. And refusal to answer any question, napakahaba po nung period na madidetain po kayo. Kaya sagutin po ninyo yung katanungan ng chairman.
Honestly po, wala naman pong pressure doon po sa paghan po at being one of the department head din po na nagkakaroon ng event, it is really yung mga nakakanta po na event na hindi nababayaran yung supplier, doon po yung parang naging call of duty na mabayaran sila sa mga na-supply nila, especially yung mga kinakandak na event is very essential in our performance of our duty in the municipality po.
So ma'am, ganito. So walang pressure. So alam niyo na mali, ginawa niyo. Baka makalusot. Ganon?
Actually po, when I was appointed as back vice chairman po, it is their process na po. So, yun po yung naging practice po with the small value procurement po.
Yan yung naging practice noon pa. Tama?
Yun po yung nadatnan ko po.
Yun ang nadatnan mo. Pero alam mo na mali.
At that time po, dun po sa small value procurement po, hindi po ako aware po.
Ba't ka naging vice chairman? Ba't mo tinanggap na hindi mo pala kabisado yung procurement law?
I was appointed po, so...
Yeah, pwede mo naman i-refuse eh, di ba? Yung appointment? Ano nga ma-refuse mo, sabihin mo na hindi po ako pwede dahil hindi ko alam yung procurement law.
Yes.
So, naging practice na lang, ganun lang.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chair.
Yung gaano ka na ba katagal sa Municipality of Silang?
2022 po, July.
2022 ka lang pumasok?
Yes.
Anong posisyon mo, ma'am?
That time po is I am licensing officer 3 po during 2022 and
2022 of what? Upon the assumption of Mayor Anarna?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So, hinahir ka niya?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Olim, ikaw po, mga ilang taon ka na sa Municipality of Silang?
Mr. Chair, good morning. Ang date of employment ko po is August 15, 2022.
Same kayo?
Pero I resigned last July 1 of this year po.
And pero upon assumption of the former mayor, kaya kayo na kapasok?
Hindi po, nag-apply po ako. It took siguro po mga more than a month din po bago
basta June siya, July 1 siya mo po, di ba, as mayor?
Opo.
So, ikaw tinanggap pa August
15 po.
August 15?
Opo. And then I was
ano position mo, sir?
Sir, Assistant Municipal Assessor po.